Happy video day, guys. So today's video, if you guys have seen what I was saying on Instagram, I was waiting for a product to come in the mail and I literally was stalking UPS for the past 4 or 5 hours and it was taking forever because it's pouring rain here, and it finally got here and I was so excited. And what I'm talking about is the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. This is her new Blush and Glow palette that she just released on her website. I think it was yesterday. So I was so excited to get this. I couldn't wait for it to come in the mail. I was stalking it, waiting for it. It comes in this really cute outer packaging that just looks just like this. It says Bloom on it. It's really cute little outer packaging. And when I opened it up, out of all my excitement and opened it to find my highlighter was crashed and burned. My highlighter was gone. I don't know, I guess in transit it must have broken. I smushed it in for the video so I can use this product for you guys, but I'm super disappointed that mine came broken. I will tell you guys, this is a very soft highlighter. When I was pushing it in, it was kind of like blending in together very easily. So I do feel like this highlighter is very easily broken. So I'm hoping not too many people get that. Now, I will show you guys what it looks like. Ignore the horribly broken highlighter, but we do have on the top a cream blush. We also have a cream glow, extreme glow, and then also a dual glow, which are on the bottom. So those are the 4 products that you do get in here. The compact is really pretty, kind of looks like the Safari palette and all of her other kind of palettes that have this plastic. I love the packaging of this. I think it's so cute. This does retail for $55 US, and for Natasha Denona and for being kind of like a face palette, you guys know that that is a pretty decent price. This could be a more universal product. This could be something that more people can purchase, which I thought was awesome. I think that this is definitely the palette for people who love glow. Everything about this palette is glowy. Like, I don't think there's anything not glowy about the palette. Like, the palette is glow. So of course I have it on my face right now. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna jump into me applying this product, and then I'll let you guys know what I'm thinking. I will let you guys know there was some issues, so we'll get into those. So keep on watching and let's get right into the application. Got my hair pulled back and I'm super excited to jump into the Natasha Denona new Bloom palette. So we're gonna try this on together. I have a hair in my face. Why do I always have hair on my face? I did watch Natasha Denona's story when she was releasing this palette, and I was so excited because I love the way that the tutorial that she did on the model turned out. So I'm going to follow a few of the steps that she did. My palette did come broken, so it is going to get returned. I'm sure you guys heard that in my intro, but it does look just like this. So I'm super excited. We're going to follow the steps that she said. So I'm just going to open this up. We're going to try this on my face. These 2 are cream products, so she did say that it's good to not have any of the powders on your face when you go in with a cream product. So I didn't even set my under eyes. I used a concealer that I know doesn't crease quickly so that I can do this portion first before I set my under eyes, figuring that might work a little bit better. I don't know, this is a first impression trial, so we'll see how it works and what I like better and what I don't. So she did apply this product with a brush. So I'm going to be using my Moda BMD 101 brush. So I'm going to be using this one, just applying it like this. So she put this one on the brush, and then I saw her just apply it on the apples of the cheek and moved it out. I do know this is very pigmented. Ooh, okay, so it is very pigmented. And then she just kind of like smeared it out. This might be a little bit too pink for me. This color, it's just, I think it's a little bit on the pinky side. Let's try this side a little bit less. A little bit less looks better, but it is a little bit on the red side for my light skin. So it does make me look a little flushed. You know, like kind of like if I'm like, which is a little bit more red toned than I'm used to. I wish this wasn't so red. Obviously, I don't even have bronzer on yet. I'm going to put the bronzer on last. So we'll see how this comes together. But it's like right now, looking at it, I feel like it's a little bit, maybe a little bit too red for my taste. I did see her do this. She grabbed this color and patted it on the lips. That worked like that. I like it on the lips. It is a little bit pinky, but it's pretty for the lips, right? A little bit pinky. So this is kind of like a very reddy pinky color. So I can see not everybody's going to love that. think you have to like really blend it out, but it does blend really easily, and you have to put very little on your brush or you will have really red cheeks. I'm not sure how much I love the color because it is so red. Let's jump into the other thing. So she did say with a different brush, what she did was jump into this glowy color, and then this color she kind of just like put on top and kind of like smeared over this one. Maybe this diffuses the color a little bit. So this is supposed to give like that glowy effect to the skin. I think it's doing something. It's definitely making the skin look glowy. It's very pretty. Did that cream product move around my foundation a little bit? It might have moved my foundation a little bit. Because I had to keep on blending it, not because it didn't blend good, but just because the color was so dark, I think I moved a little bit of the foundation underneath, which I don't love either. So the glow is pretty. This glow is very pretty. I did see her put some of this on the lid as well. Okay, so I think this glow one is really pretty. I wish that the blush was like a closer tone to the glow tone, you know? So it's called a cream base. And I think that this is just to kind of like give you that glowy effect. And it does have glitters in it. So definitely I see the glitters in the base for sure. It's definitely not just a sheeny sheen. It has glitter in it. So if you guys don't like glitter, there is definitely glitter particles there. The cool thing is I do feel like my skin looks very skin-like, but the bad thing is I think it might look a little skin-like because I think some of my foundation is off of my cheeks. So I'm gonna just add a little bit around here, just kind of like to tie it into my eye, just because I don't really have any eye makeup on. I don't hate it, but I think I thought I was gonna like it a little bit more. Now that we've used the glow, I wanna try this one here. This is the Duo Glow. Like I saw her put this also on the cheek. There's a lot of products to put on your cheeks. I think in the tutorial she used it all together so you could see everything, but like if it was me, I would not use each one of these. So let's try this blush. Actually, you know what? Before we do this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bronze my face and kind of set my under eyes a little bit, and then we'll just continue with this palette. So I'm gonna go bronze, put some other stuff on my face, and then we'll jump right back in. I think that just got blotchy. I got like blotchy right here, trying to put my bronzer on. You're not supposed to put the cream product on last because you would be putting it over a powder. I think that would be even worse. So I don't know what's going on. But now that I have the bronzer on, I'm kind of liking the color of the cheeks a little bit better than without the bronzer. But obviously, you guys, this is a trial and error. Obviously, this is my first time using this. So I don't know how this would apply if I put the bronzer on first and then try putting the cream product on top. I know in her story, she did say that usually you put the powders all on last, and that's typical, like kind of like typical routine. Like you never put powders on before you put creams. But I mean, everything else looks fine except for like right here. What's going on right here? What is that? What's going on? I really think that this one is actually really pretty. I think this color might be a beautiful blush, but like that really gave me a beautiful sheen. That one I like. Okay, so let's go on to the last thing. I think after everything's applied, I actually think it looks pretty nice. Everything looks pretty. I feel like the glowiness is still there. I feel like my face does look kind of glass-like and pretty. And I do like the overall effect. I do want to try the last thing in here. And this is the culprit that broke in transportation. And I do want to warn you guys that this seems like a very, very, very soft powder. So I can see probably a few people are kind of going to probably get this one broken. But let's try applying this one. This is like her super reflective glow extreme, she called it. And yeah, that's definitely super glowy. This is that beautiful formula of her highlighters, which I love. You guys see that glow? That's a beautiful glow. And this is a very pretty color. Yeah, that's really pretty. Yeah, that highlighter is gorgeous. That is so beautiful. So this is the final look. Okay, so I have a few things to say about this palette after using it for the first time. Okay, so here we go. This is what I'm thinking. I really like some parts about this, and then some parts about this I can see that maybe they might be a little bit of a pain. So for example, if you have a light skin tone like myself, this blush color here is very pigmented red. And when you put it on, it kind of gives you a very flush tone look. And as I was blending it out, I had to blend it out so much because the pigment was so strong that I started like picking up my foundation underneath. So this is the shade that's concerning me. Like I almost feel like for light skin tones, it might be a little bit too deep of a red. Then it makes you look kind of flush toned. And I don't think everybody wants to go around with really red cheeks. It's just not that flattering, you know what I mean? So, and then for me, I wanted to tone it down. So I kept blending it and blending it to tone it down. And while doing that, I was picking up my foundation a little bit. So that's a negative. That's a pretty big negative, especially with this color here. So then when I jump into this color was so beautiful. It really just kind of like goes over the skin and kind of gives you kind of like a glowy kind of like, what does she have on her face kind of glow look? Almost like if you were wearing like a dewy foundation style, you know, like it kind of looks glassy. But the only thing is that because the pigment is so light, like I almost feel like I wish this one and this one were kind of like mixed. You know what I mean? Like for it would be like the perfect color for me. I feel like I can use this one more of a cream blush for myself and give myself a little bit more of a tone. Even though like this one might be a little bit too red tone, too dark for a light skin tone. And then this one is just like the perfect tint, but not tinted enough to really do too much blush effect. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful color, and I'm going to keep on trying to use this one on its own to see if I can kind of use it like a blush, you know, like to give myself some flushness. But I almost feel like the combination of the two would have been the perfect color to put here. That's where I'm kind of sitting with the cream products. The other thing is cream products are a little bit harder to use in the sense that you're not really supposed to put cream products over powder products. For this tutorial, I didn't do that on purpose to give this like a fair shot of how it should be used. However, I think as I use this a few more times, I'm gonna try putting on powders and then putting these on, because I think like most of us, like I don't have time to be changing my makeup routines all the time. You know, like once I have my concealer on, I'm jumping into my powders, and I usually leave my blush and stuff for last. So I need to see if this works into my routine, or if it is such a pain that it would be hard for me to change. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's something that I'm gonna have to focus on as I'm trying it for the next few weeks before I give you guys the real like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. So I'm having that problem with those two products. The most concern for me though, the biggest concern for me is the fact that I feel like this one moved around the foundation underneath. So when I try this again, I think I'm gonna try it with my finger. I do know that you can apply it with your finger. She did apply it with a brush on her stories, but I'm gonna try using my fingers with it, and I'm also gonna try using really little on a brush and see if that works better. So that's gonna be my next tries with this product. So you're already having to do a little bit of work. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially with the cream products, you know, this says it's a glow, this is a blush. I feel like it's a little bit of work. So if you guys are willing to do a little bit of work and trial and error with this product, this one here is a beautiful, like kind of like sheeny color. Now, I almost feel like this here is just kind of like another glow product. Like I feel like it was like another glow product. And this one already kind of gave me a little bit of glow. And then this one just gave me a little bit more glow. And then this one just gave me glow. So I don't feel like when you use this palette, you're really meant to use it like all together. I know she did in the tutorial, but I think this is like one of those that maybe you can use like this and this on its own, and another day you just use this as a highlight, or maybe you just use this as a highlight. But this one, I almost feel like there's just some shades that you would use and then you just close it. You know what I mean? So this one here is just a beautiful shade, but I don't think it's something that you need to use a lot. And I think it's pretty. And I also think that this one could work as a sheeny blush for someone with a light skin tone. So I want to try doing that too, because so far it seems to me like this product and this product work really good for light skin tones, and this one here, it's gonna be a little bit harder. It definitely shows up, but it might show up a little too much. This one here is probably the star. I love this so much. This is the most beautiful highlight. I love the color. It probably being pretty universally flattering. I really like this color a lot, so I'm very happy with this one. And of course, this is the one that's broken. So even though I do think it's really pretty, there was a few negatives. I mean, like there was a few things that happened to me. I feel like the blush came off very, very strong at first, and then when I blended it out, I feel like I moved around the foundation, which is really driving me insane. And I feel like washing off my face and trying all over again and seeing why that happened, or if there's another way I can do it so it doesn't happen. On this side, it feels like my bronzer got a little bit stuck to the cream product and gave me a little bit of a blotchiness, which is really driving me insane as well. And I want to try it again just to make sure that it was the cream product. So like there is a few things here that it's like, gosh, I feel like I really need to play with this product to really figure out how I think it works good on me, or how it works good like with my other products. So that's the only thing that I really feel, guys. Like I feel like this is like one of those products that you buy and it's not like just an easy to use palette, like like one of these palettes right here that you just grab it and you put on your contour, you put on this, and it's really easy because everything's powder and everything just jives. But when you buy something that has cream products in it, now you've got to figure out how your other products work with it, or how you can rearrange the way you put on your face makeup so that everything kind of jives better together. I kind of try to do it the way that I know you're supposed to. However, I wasn't a huge fan of the outcome. If this was all powder products, then I would say that is terrible. How dare that happen? But because there's two cream products in here, I almost feel like that was kind of a given for me. I knew that might happen because cream products are a little bit harder to work with. And you just need to figure out the technique that works the best with them. And then of course, there is the chance that the cream product will always pick up the foundation, and that will drive me insane. And that will make me say, no way. Like I can't not deal with that. So there is a few things that might be a little bit about this product. So I'm on the fence about this one right now. So guys, I definitely would have to tell you guys that this is one of those products that if you guys are willing to give a little thought and really try different ways of wearing it, continue to use it to see how it works the best for you, then this might be a product for you. I think the quality seems like it is there. It does feel like it's really easy to blend out. It looked really pretty on the skin. I definitely think the sheen is very pretty. I love the way my face looks healthy and beautiful, and I think it did do a good job. I just feel like it's a little hard to apply. So I think at this point, what I would tell you guys definitely is there's issues, definitely issues. But I don't know if they're issues that if I try different techniques are going to solve them. But if you guys aren't willing to figure out how to fix those issues on your own, because everybody puts on makeup different, then this might not be the product for you, especially because of those two cream products in there. Now, if you're somebody who definitely does not care, that you're willing to try different techniques to make something work, and you just think it looks beautiful at the end anyways, and you want to try to make it work, this might be the product for you, because I do feel like it looks really pretty. Like at the end, I like the way it looks. I like the glowiness. I think it looks really pretty. So I just don't know at the end of the day if this would be worth the $55 for somebody who's not really willing to put in time. Or I do know that there's probably some of you guys thinking that for $55, you don't want to put in time. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to tell you guys, for me personally, I'm skeptical right now because I feel like I need to try this a few more times. If it doesn't work more seamlessly for me and more easy, then I would say that it wasn't worth it for me either, because it just doesn't fit into the way that I like to put on makeup. So that's where I'm going to leave this video as of right now. Like I said, I'm going to be trying this for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to give you guys a review follow-up and let you guys know what I am thinking 100%. So that's where we're at right now. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget that if you guys did like this video, giving me your thumbs up and your comments below does help the channel a lot. And also, if you guys liked it enough, hit the subscribe button, join the family. That way you guys can see all my videos that I'm always posting. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!